behavior not only is not rewarded in the real world, but it's going to make it even more difficult for you to do it in the real world. You have no sense of style. You can say alpha male from a distance. He's well-dressed, fit, with the right posture in the sea of beta males around him. As a beta, you can't barely passing by. You're an extra in this movie. This isn't about having expensive clothes. It's about respecting yourself enough to take care of the way people perceive you. Knowing how to buy the right type of clothes for each season, for your body type or occasion, requires just a couple of minutes of research, which most people never choose to bother with. Fashion is so cheap these days with fast fashion brands like Zara and H&M, leaving you with no excuse not to have appropriate clothing. If this is something you're currently struggling with, there's a video on our channel called 15 Things Every Man Should Do According to Tom Ford, which will help you navigate these waters. You can check it out by clicking in the top right corner. You don't look people at distance. He's well-groomed, well-dressed, fit, with the right posture and attitude, in a sea of beta males that surround him. As a beta, you're barely passing by. You're an extra in this movie. This isn't about having expensive clothes. It's about respecting yourself enough to take care of the way people perceive you. Regular showers and baths can go a long way for most individuals. Knowing how to buy the right type of clothes for each season, for your body type or occasion, requires a couple of minutes of research, which most people never choose to bother with. Fashion is so cheap these days with fast fashion brands like Zara or H&M, leaving you with no excuse not to have appropriate clothing. If this is something you're currently struggling with, there's a video on our channel called 15 Things Every Man Should Do According to Tom Ford, which will help you navigate it. You can check it out by clicking in the top right corner. Number 11. You don't look people in the eye, and you're nervous when you talk to them. Even now your palms get sweaty thinking about it. Looking people in the eye, not in a creepy way, but during a conversation, lets the other know that you value what they're saying and they have your attention. You take this conversation seriously and you're honest about your intentions. It's a sign of confidence in your own capabilities. You can tell that a person is hiding something or is disingenuous from the way he behaves in social interactions. If looking people in the eye when talking to them is something you find difficult, then you're likely a beta male. Number 12. You don't get laid much, and even when you do, it's not that great. Being a sexually active person is a sign of good health. If you've checked off most of the boxes so far, it isn't a surprise that you don't engage with the opposite sex. I mean, when would you? When you're spending most of your free time playing Fortnite or binge-watching anime series. The woman of your dreams will not show up at your doorstep just presenting herself. You need to get out more, interact with more people, try things, experiment. That way, you'll get to learn new things about yourself and being around other people. So go get laid. It's great for both your physical health and your mindset. But remember, nobody owes you anything. Number 13. Actually has a big ego, but you can't control it. You must think that having a big ego is usually associated with alpha males, but that isn't true. We all have egos. It's just that some control it better than others. Beta males have a big ego, but it usually backfires on them because they're insecure or too sensitive about everyone's opinion about them. You can always spot a beta male problem because he'll always try to overcompensate by pushing forward his qualifications or awards. They usually think they're better than others. Feel insulted if you question their abilities, but when things really come down to it, he can't put his money where his mouth is. A true alpha doesn't need to do that because he's confident in his own abilities. Number 14. You're a follower, not a leader. Beta males are not the ones who take initiative. They usually wait for someone else to initiate and then jump on the bandwagon. They rarely have original ideas and tend to live in the shadow of an alpha. He is unable to coordinate people or get them to follow his path. Pride if you don't engage with the opposite sex. When would you? When you're spending most of your free time playing Fortnite or watching anime series. The woman of your dreams will not show up at your doorstep just presenting herself. both your physical health and your mindset. But remember, nobody owes you anything. Number 13 actually has a big ego, but you can't control it. People think that having a big ego is usually associated with we all have egos. It's just that some control it more than others. Beta males have a big ego. It usually backfires on them because they're sensitive about everyone's opinion. You can always spot a beta male with an ego problem because he'll always try to overcompensate by putting forward his qualifications or awards. They usually think they're better than others. Feel insulted to question their abilities. But when things really come down to it, he can't put his money where his mouth is. A true alpha doesn't need to do that because he's confident in his own abilities. You're a follower, not a leader. Beta males are not the ones who take initiative. They usually wait for someone else to. They rarely have original ideas and tend to live in the shadow of an alpha. He is unable to coordinate people or get them to follow his plan of action because people disregard his ability to achieve results. This often happens in companies where usually people rally behind those who manage to get the best results. And really, the world needs followers. Otherwise, we'd all be fighting for the title. But if you identify as a follower and not a leader, this usually correlates to being a beta. Number 15. You feel offended by this video. If anything we said in this video offends you and made you dislike this video or stop watching it until the end, well, you're a beta male. You're offended by someone you've never met over the internet because deep down you know we struck a chord somewhere too close to the truth and you're aware of that. With that said, we didn't make this video to offend anybody. Instead, consider it more like a cold shower which would make everyone reflect on what their life is currently like and maybe find a few ways to improve. If you take a single piece of information from this video, tackle it head on, and your life is better because of it, then we're pleased with the end result. There are two types of beta males in this world. The ones who are aware of their situation and looking to improve it, or the ones who will never do anything about it.
Well, I was digging around. I hate social media. I hate it. Ghost of Freddie Mercury sent me an email. He said I need to stay off Twitter. He was right, because I was immediately tagged in this garbage. YouTube, in all of its infinite wisdom, is doing what every corporation successful IP or intellectual property does. They get bigger and bigger, more and then become completely tone deaf. It's like they just stick their fingers in the ears and scream, la, 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 la. That's where we're at. So YouTube is launching, cha, no more dislikes. Well, bloody friggin' job. Let's read, shall we? In response to creator feedback around well-being and targeted dislike campaigns, we're testing a new design that won't show public dislike count. If you're part of this small experiment, you might spot one of these designs in the coming weeks. Example below. Here's the biggest ever. In response to creator feedback around well-being. When YouTube says creator feedback, they mean the 1%. So your David Dobrik types and corporations. The reason why this is in place is because, let's face it, Star Wars has been knocking it out of the park, nor has Marvel. Do you remember Safe Space and Cuddlebug? What was the other one? Safe Space, Kind Heart, god damn it, Safe Space, and Tiddlywinks. It's something dumb. Snowflake. That's right. Safe Space and Snowflake. It's so garbage from the New Warriors, Marvel, and Daniel Kibblesmith, it literally got vaporware. It's like Complete advantage. Remember when YouTube used to put out their stupid community videos? Hey guys, it's YouTube Studio. We're launching YouTube Heroes. You don't remember that. But YouTube Heroes was that garbage ass idea. Nuts online, the ability to moderate YouTube videos, which obviously would be abused like the flag system's abused. Somehow YouTube doesn't pay any attention to the flag chick that begged for a PlayStation 5, and then when, what was it, Griffin Gaming called her out, she literally led a campaign to try and deplatform him, and was successful at it. YouTube isn't doing jack about that. They're gonna look at the dislike bar because capitalism and the Republic isn't really They don't care that my style of humor is heavily affected by the community guidelines that favor certain people. You know, there's a clear bias for it. Why not proceed? We know a few
Yeah. Oh. Oh.
That's right. Safe space and snowflake. The idea is so garbage from the New Warriors, Marvel, and Daniel Kibblesmith, it literally got vaporware. It's like, oh, it's coming, and it vanished. Remember when YouTube used to put out their stupid community videos? Hey guys, it's us from the YouTube studio. We're launching YouTube Heroes. You don't remember that?